I'm Josh Keenan. I am assistant to the head coach.
I'm Jay Cook. I'm assistant cross country coach.
Okay, to start off with like a very general question, why do people run in your opinion? And why do you run?
I would say that people generally run because they want to work towards a goal, and they want to challenge themselves so that they're, able to have some sort of fulfillment from that. And then me personally, I run for the competition because it just excites me.
And just especially here with the team, just the bonding that we get with all the girls and the boys, just having like those built-in friends. And also just the physical side, it just helps you feel better, like physically, mentally, and kind of helps with like self-esteem too.
Yeah, for me, I didn't necessarily enjoy running, but I enjoy the social aspect of running. I think that's really special when you get on a team with a bunch of people who all have the same goal as you, who are all working towards something together, and that camaraderie and that fellowship that you have. It's kind of like these veterans who go off to war and then come back and they have such bonds with each other. You know that you can always count on those guys when life is hard. And that not only applies to running, but also to other things in life, especially when you run on the same team with Christians. Because these guys are the ones who are not only running this race with you, but also running the race of life.
I think really it's kind of like a community kind of thing. Because like a lot of people who are runners know other runners. Especially with FC, we're all kind of like interconnected with each other. Especially like the physical side, like it helps you and you feel like better physically. But definitely I think the community has a big role in it because there's like so many clubs and teams. I think it's just really a good way to like make friends and like encourages you to have those like close connections.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you can connect with people when you know that they're runners?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure, because people get very excited about like oh, you're a runner, and then also just with like races, they'll start talking about races. And like people who don't run, they like don't understand it. But people who do run, it's like some weird like connection that people don't understand. So that's cool.
What I love most about the team is just, we had actually one meeting where we all sat down and talked about why we wanted to win the conference championship. And that was special. As I said earlier, it's the Christians on the team who are all trying to encourage each other in their run, the race of life. And I think the team culture is special because we're trying to encourage each other, trying to figure out how to best exhort each other, how to best stimulate each other to run our best races, to make each other better. And I think when you have guys that are all working towards a goal, you kind of lose sight of yourself. It's all about the team. It's not about you. And I think when you can have that when you are more focused about helping the team and how you can make them better instead of just focused on yourself and your own times, I think that makes running so much more special.
I would say whenever you have a goal that's not just to fulfill your own, times and, your own personal goals, but rather one that is like to glorify God is the most important. When you can be unified as a team behind that, I feel like you're more likely to look out for each other and be supportive of one another and just have a better experience, better unity in the team if it's your goal isn't just for yourself to get faster or stronger or better.
What keeps you motivated year after year?
So year after year, I tell people this all the time. Every single year, without fail, we have new students that are excited and motivated, and they're all, bring their own piece to the puzzle that makes the team special, makes it fun, and makes it unique. And the kids that FC attracts are usually just great kids, and that makes it so much fun just to be a part of a team where everyone's unique, but they're all supportive of each other, and we rarely have any runners that cause problems. Like, it's usually like everyone just gets along well, and we're able to have a good time while we're also working towards a goal. So that's why I'm excited to coach, because there's such good students, such good athletes that come to FC, which I end up becoming friends with and making lifelong friends.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely my teammates. Seeing them push is very encouraging for me, especially when I can see them ahead of me. I'm like, okay, they're working, I gotta keep working. Yeah, definitely my teammates. They're a constant source of encouragement for me.
I just can't stay away from the sport. And this is a great way to be able to connect. A lot of the people on the team it's their siblings that I'm running with. And it's these people who want to better themselves. I know for me, it's kind of harder now because I am not the one, like I can run with them in workouts, but I can't run with them in races. It's kind of up to them on how well they run. And so it's a different mentality. Instead of giving it your best, it's trying to help others reach their best. And that's a new challenge, and I'm excited to tackle it with them.
Definitely my teammates. Seeing them push is very encouraging for me, especially when I can see them ahead of me. I'm like, okay, they're working, I gotta keep working. Yeah, definitely my teammates. They're a constant source of encouragement for me.
So there's this guy on the cross country team. It's called Caleb McCourt. Infamous guy, if you know him. He has scoliosis. But anyways, regardless, he and me were best buds. We'd been on the team for 4 years together, and each year it kind of ended up we were racing against each other. We were competing against each other both in the workouts and in the races. One race I'd have him, the other race he'd have me. And so we were both very competitive, and so we were both pushing each other, and we were giving it our all. But there was one race where we determined to work together, because this is our senior year. This is the race we were supposed to PR. Super fast course. It had I think it was shale rock, right?
Yeah, it was kind of like a crushed limestone trail that they were in.
Super fast course. A lot of people there. It's in the woods. It's flat, no hills at all. And so we take off, we do the loop, we're going really fast, and we just start picking off people one by one. Caleb on the left, me on the right. There'd be a person right there. We'd both pass them, and then we both intersect and keep running. And we just started picking off bodies one by one until we finished, I believe, was it 4th and 5th?
In that race, yeah. Yeah, you were talking.
Yeah. And we were not expected to do well, but we worked together and we made each other better. At one point I wanted to drop, and Caleb took off, but I hung on, and we finished the race almost side by side. And without a doubt, that is one of the best races we ever ran. And not only was it a good race that we ran, but it was a smart race, and we worked together as teammates and brothers.
Nice. Okay, bonus question, because I just thought of it on the spot. But for beginner runners, what's just like one piece of advice that you give them?
I would say the most important aspect of your training needs to be consistency. So if you want to become a runner, or you want to accomplish a certain goal as a runner, you need to be consistent towards that goal. So that means you develop a plan, and then you stick to the plan. And if maybe you're not able to stick to it perfectly, there's one day you can't run, or a couple of days you can't run, you got to get back on as soon as possible, because consistency will help you accomplish your goals. It's one of the most important aspects of running. Just keep working at it.
So even if you can only run for like 2 minutes, that's better than nothing. And you just have to keep building. So definitely knowing it's hard work. and determination. Just keep putting the effort in, even if you don't see it in the beginning, because it's just like something you build up to as you go. And just knowing there's like a lot of support everywhere. Like you can join teams and like clubs in the community and stuff. And that's nice to like start with people who are also beginning running too.
Yeah, for me, I would recommend just do it socially. Like find people that you want to hang out with and say, hey, you want to go on a run with me? There's something so special when you're in pain and you're doing it with someone. Like it just bonds you guys so well together. And probably great date idea. Great when you want to hang out with the bros. But anyways, I digress. I would just say, just do it with friends and just have fun with it, enjoy it, enjoy the run.